All right, guys.
Say what I want to say.
Derek he wants to read at work. They say no. He wants to read the
So,
espresso
Zinker,
machine
if I
manual.
have,
Hold on, I'm explaining the situation for the guys that didn't watch us in the last episode. Okay, Mr. Nancy, I'm giving the recap. You don't interrupt the anime recap. All right. Fuck. What was I saying?
literally
Derek
nothing.
wants to read. I'm recapping. Derek wants to read the espresso machine manual, which he didn't actually get a yes for it. He did not get an answer for it, but he's confused whether that's okay or not. And if it is okay, then
I
he
think they
should
were
be
going to talk to the
allowed.
head manager
I'm
about it.
recapping. And if it's allowed, then he should be able to read his other book. The reasoning why he could read one book and not the other is it pertains to work. And Derek's last question before ending was, what's the threshold that it pertains to work? Which the common sense logic is when it actually relates to work. That's the threshold there.
So, if I read a scientific paper on the thermodynamics of water, and like how it brews with coffee, like with coffee grounds, like the ideal temperature,
Why do
that
you
kind
need
of
to
thing,
know
like
this, Derek?
like a scientific paper on that.
Why do you need to know this?
Well, I deal with coffee. I mean, like knowing the
Yeah, yes,
precise
Derek.
temperature that, or
I
like the
am aware
temperature
you
that
deal with
the
coffee, but how is this improving your work or doing anything beneficial for your work?
knowing the well, knowing what temperature, uh, or like you know, the ideal temperature for brewing coffee, I can,
Wouldn't that
I can
be in the manual
before
that you could
brewing it, I
read?
can
Why do you
check
need to
to.
read the scientific paper on it?
I don't know. I didn't read it.
You didn't read the manual, but
I'm not allowed to read anything.
yeah, Derek, you want to know why? Because the manager said, oh my fucking god, if we let him read the espresso manual, he's going to throw a fucking shitstorm about reading books. The managers have you figured out. You think they're stupid, but we're like, Jesus Christ, this guy. We already know what he's
No, they are.
trying to
Well,
do.
they are stupid, but
Not, you know what, Derek?
Zinker,
I'm not.
if okay, I'm
I
being
think that
paid
manager
minimum
that did
wage.
not give you
I
an
will
answer,
100%.
that manager that did not give you an answer in the
I will
espresso manual,
100% be a pain in the ass.
Derek, that manager that did not give
Uh,
you an answer on the espresso machine manual, whatever, he is a super genius.
got
He
distracted. I think
saw.
more than anything else.
No, he was a genius. He faked getting distracted because he didn't want to answer that question because he knew it was gonna be bad. Why do I have to catch? Oh my god, this
He
one's
probably did.
whipping.
Oh, he probably knew it wasn't going to work out for him. Uh, but that doesn't mean it was going to stop me, though.
Derek, to upset you, if you were to ask me this question, I would say you can read your personal book, but not the work-related book.
Okay, so then what's the threshold for work really?
I.
At what point am I reading a work-related book?
You know what,
Thinker?
Derek? This is the threshold. If the work did not supply book, it's not related to work enough. Is that satisfying for you? Is
They
that
didn't supply me a lot of stuff that would have been,
tough
good
shit?
to know.
Not work relevant. Yo, have you seen Larry around here?
Actually, so I like it.
Sure haven't. Have you checked the shops? Okay. Boy, Larry sure is a difficult man to find. Derek, did that end this torture?
I was no, because you forgot the other point of what constitutes a book. At what point am I no longer allowed to read something? If I have a book that's printed on flashcards that aren't in any way bound together.
That's a book printed on flashcards that are not in any way.
What if I read those? What if I rearrange or
What
like
difference is
reformat
it is if it's a book
something
that
work
prints the
related
pages out of order?
to where it has a code.
Here,
It has some
Derek,
other code
Derek,
to it.
Derek.
I'm
Here's a
not re.
book.
I'm not. I,
Derek, Derek. Here is the definition of book. I'm sorry, audience, for this. For both the Bakugan and I'm telling you what book is. No, a book is a set of written sheets of skin or paper or tablets of wood or ivory. A set of written, printed, or blank sheets bound together between a front and back cover. A long written or printed literary composition. Or major division of a treatise or literary work.
Okay.
Accounting, a record of a business financial transaction, or financial... That's not relevant here. Magazine, ebook are the other two ones. Oh, and capitalized Bible.
So, okay, so the binding isn't important.
No, it's not.
Now, were I to rearrange or like reformat
Doesn't matter.
some work-related book to contain a code, or to basically have the potential to be read in a different manner, that forms a story. Like, let's say I rearrange it so the first letter in every line. If you read the first letter in every line, it has a completely different, or it has like like some like
serious conversation
story or whatever in that.
Right
I'm just saying, I have a work-related media. I'm just reading it different. Am I not allowed to read it differently?
Derek, there's no specification on how you can read it. But that book will not be provided by your work.
Within the bounds of the rules here.
Derek,
if it's a book, it's not. Well, if it's the same book. It's just reformatted.
So you took the book that doesn't belong to you, and supposedly reformatted it to.
I'm allowed to. If they are allowed to have that book, why am I also not able to obtain that book?
You can obtain the book. Why do you get to modify it?
I don't think there's anything against reformatting it.
Are you reformatting it like physically, or are you just reading the first letter of every sentence and calling it?
I mean, I'm reformatting it so it lines up to where the first letter of every sentence does that or something, or first like line, I should say. Because
how are you physically modifying the book?
The format. I'm modifying the format, but not the content.
Derek, the question you are being asked, are you physically changing the book? It is a simple question.
I suppose.
So, okay. So, while you may slap diddly dash on reading something that's work provided, you have modified something that doesn't belong to you in that way.
Well, it's my copy.
But it's work provided to you.
Work provided me a copy, and then I obtained my own differently formatted copy of the same material.
So you're not reading the work provided copy. It's
not the work provided copy.
You were
copy that is differently formatted.
You're trying. How is it differently formatted? So it's not the work provided copy. Period. Like, it's a different copy.
So like the lines are arranged differently, but if you were to read my copy, it would read the same. It would read the same, assuming you ignore the secret whatever I put in there. It would read the same as the previous copy, as like the original copy.
So, but it's modified.
It's modified, yes.
To give you a story. So essentially, you're just inserting another story into this work-related thing to bypass it.
I'm just reading it differently.
Dick, let me tell you.
I'm making it a hybrid.
It's not. it's not. Oh, it's just not, because that's not the work-related copy. That's
Where did the music
something else.
come from?
Unless they're like, you can yeah, I don't know where the music came from. This whole game is weird. Take the metro to Zydeco Beach. Sure, I'll go there. So I can't even like understand what this conversation is. Like so you're gonna write on the book work-related copy.
This is me.
Derek, here's the deal. If you don't have permission to modify the copy.
Why this rule is stupid.
Derek, the rule isn't stupid. This whole situation is stupid. You're just really trying to find a way to cheese it.
I just want to stand and up there, and I just want to read something at the counter.
Right, but you're allowed to read.
If I'm allowed to read something work related. Why am I not read something non-work related?
You're allowed to read something work related if it's provided to you by the work. If it's your own copy, then that's designed for you to be read at home. There you go, solved. End of story.
The concern of reading Zinker. The thing is, though, is the concern here.
The thing you're reading isn't even your work-related copy of thing anymore. It's something else. The thing is, like, you're not gonna get in trouble for it because they're gonna look at it and like, oh, he's just reading a work-related copy.
Because
it's like murdering someone in the middle of the woods, burying their body, and not getting in trouble for it. Doesn't mean you didn't commit a crime. It's just that you didn't get caught and you're not going to jail.
Not like that.
It is exactly like that. If you modify it in a way that that if you were just to read it normally, it reads normally as your work-related material, but you modified it to actually be a book somehow for some magical, mystical mean, that is the exact same thing.
Like that without modifying it. If you hand me
so
like a piece, okay, so like if you hand me like a big ass work related manual to something, there's nothing stopping me from selectively looking through and picking out letters from as I'm reading through and just reading, you know, Mary Had a Little Lamb, just by eventually finding the letters.
I didn't even hear what you said. It's to my benefit, honestly. I know it's to my benefit.
That I'm arranging it in easier matter by formatting it, but like
you physically modified this.
The contents being read don't matter.
What? The contents being read?
That's not why this is a problem. The problem is that they don't want me to stand at the counter and read something.
No, Derek. I don't think that's the situation.
They told me the reason they don't want me to do it is because they are concerned about distractions, about me being distracted and not paying attention to
and you know, Derek, you've imposed a very long reason why you should not be allowed to read a book, because you will spend the whole time trying to figure out, even though it's work-related, how to make it not work-related.
I don't know, they're wasting plenty of time because I'm on the clock while I'm arguing this. I literally got an extra half hour because I brought this up at the end of my shift.
I would have clocked you out. I'm the only guy that they left at this, and they just talk with me about bullshit. I've had to do that before because some people just some people just sit and talk to me.
That was part of it.
For like an hour afterwards, and I'm like, I just look at them like, did you clock out? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh. And then they leave, and I leave a sticky note on my manager's desk. Like, yeah, this is when they actually left. Not this clock out time. Derek, to answer your question,
the manager I was doing it with, I knew wasn't going to be mad at me. So,
at what point does it?
I also did
threshold
try to ask a work-related question, which was if I can read a book, and I couldn't do that because she was going on about some other nonsense for a while.
Good on her, for not letting you talk about what you want to. Derek, to answer your question about the book thing, if you have to question whether it's work-related or not, then the answer is it's probably not work-related, and you shouldn't be reading it.
It doesn't matter if it's work-related, though, for the reasons that they gave me for why I can't read a book.
Wait, what am I doing?
I was
didn't pay
told
attention.
I'm not allowed to because they had a problem with people being distracted and their drawers like being off.
Okay, and you're clearly very
That's what I was told is the
distracted
reason for that
trying to
happening. It
reformat to
would
do
not
this
have
thing.
mattered if they were reading something work related or not work related. The problem isn't what they were reading, it's that they were reading.
Well, Derek, they didn't tell you yes, so...
And I made it about what they're reading because I said if I'm allowed to read something work related, but I'm not allowed to read something non-work related, and your problem is that I'm reading, am I not allowed to read things that are work related? Or give me a good reason why I can't read something that isn't work related.
Because you'll get distracted and not focus on it. I actually will just give the same
I can get
reason.
distracted reading something work related.
Yeah, but that's related to work.
That's easy. I'll do it right now.
I know, Derek. You get distracted all the time. You like swear to God you won't get distracted, but you're using your phone, and it's clear that you are.
I
Like,
haven't used my phone.
yeah, I don't think you've done it in a long time,
I
actually.
just clicked on the Chrome on my computer.
Right. Yeah, because you can just do
I
that
just mean
now.
I'm good at it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Annie's ability. Annie's ability.
But
Sure.
regardless, it's dead at work. I just want to be able to read something. I just want to be able to do something while I'm, while nothing's going on. Because
It's the
like,
fact...
the managers who aren't there bitch that like, like the head manager complained or like people like some of the managers keep going to her about like, hey, everyone's like bored and trying to do stuff. Are they allowed to do this? And she keeps being like, no, they can't do anything frivolous. They can't enjoy their time at work. God forbid. Because like they still keep yelling at people for like
they might not be
talking to
bothered
each
by
other.
you being distracted if it's ultimately something that benefits the work in the long run. I can't fathom this is a conversation topic we're having. I
won't be distracted.
I'm taking the back. You already are distracted enough. Wait, this is why we have reading material at our work.
Zinker,
We don't give you your own copy.
A perfect spot that I can stand in, where I can see everything I need to out of the corners of my eyes. I got it figured out yesterday at work while I was reading the team member handbook.
I don't believe you. You've lost you've lost my ability to think, Derek. I literally cannot fathom anything that's happened. Please give me the item. No, please. The item in the trash. I just want the item in the trash.
Got into a whole argument with one manager one day.
I'm sure you did, Derek.
About being able to hang up my jacket.
No, I don't know how. I don't know how, Derek. But after this conversation, I'm so certain that the simple act of you just hanging up your jacket will lead to some incredulously BS discussion about, well, if I can hang up my jacket, then I should be able to fucking jack off in the middle of the lobby completely nude while everyone watches me. I don't know how these dots line up. But that's gotta be what the end goal of the fucking hanging up the coat in your thing. We can't let this happen. You just need to stand there.
I'm trying to get there.
Quietly. Don't even do your job, because somehow doing your job will lead to the exact same situation, but in purple, whatever that means. I just stand there. Just stand there. Don't do your job, but don't do your job, because it might lead to unfavorable things. You're not getting paid anymore. Because somehow you getting paid will lead to other things. I
mean,
I wish for the life of a simple Bakuganer. See this man on the beach? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's just here. He's chilling. He's having some waves. He rolls some monster spears around. They grow really big, destroy cities. He's like, I don't have a care in the world. I wish I wish I could be like you,
I have a
Beach
whole
Kid.
other thing to go on about. That's
gotta
related to
be.
this. So like, I'm waiting for you to like go to the next episode. If I was being paid more, I wouldn't be as much of a pain in the ass at my work.
I don't believe you. I
But
think
I'm
you
not
should be
being paid
paid
enough
less.
to not be.
You fucking monster. Subscribe, guys. Thanks. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have rights too as an employee.
No.